Hello children, welcome back to new quantum classes. Myself Sanjay Kumar. Today I bring a very important sensor. Myself Sanjay Kumar. I am a chemistry expert. Okay. Today a very important topic I will teach you. That topic is electrochemistry. So this is the part 1. First of all, we will discuss about the definition of the electrochemistry. I told you that definition of electrochemistry I will convert into two parts. You know that the electricity which is produced at thermal power station or hydroelectricity, that electricity directly utilized for the running in industry or in a public sector. So electrochemistry is the branch of chemistry which deals with study of production of electrochemistry by the energy of spontaneous reaction. Okay, and that electrochemistry or electrical energy is utilized to carry out non-spontaneous chemical reaction. So simply, electrochemistry is the conversion. The study of electrochemistry is the conversion of electrical energy from spontaneous reaction, and that electrical energy convert into carry out the non-spontaneous reactions. Okay, that's why electrochemistry play an important role in every sector. Electrochemistry is the branch branch of chemistry which deals with production, production production of electricity by energy produced in spontaneous reaction. This electricity is utilized to carry out spontaneous reactions. Before going in throughout chapter, first of all we have to discuss what are the conductors. In this chapter we will discuss about the conductors. Conductors are the substances, those substance through which electricity can pass. Okay, so these are the conductors. These conductors are two types. Number one, metallic conductors. Okay, metallic conductor or metals like iron. Okay, iron rod, iron wires, copper rod, copper wires. Okay, copper plate, zinc plate, zinc plate, silver metal. Okay, silver is most important conductor, but it is too, I think, expensive. That's why we do not use it as a conducting wires. Okay, in metallic conductor, what is happening? Metal, okay, electron, metal, electron, like M electron, M electron, M electron. So these electrons spread throughout the metal, which are called free electrons, and domain of metals are kernels, KERNEL, KERNELS, kernels. These are the kernels. Kernels are domains of metal. So whenever we connect the electricity with any rod, so electron, metal, we know that are positively charged. So the positive charge, negative charge, positive charge, negative charge is, I think, arranged. So by the movement of free electron, electricity can pass in a conductor or in a metallic conductor. These metallic conductors depend on some factor. The conductivity of metallic conductor depend on some factor. So first of all, graph this, then I have to explain another thing. Okay, so in next era, factors. I have to discuss about factors. Factors on which electricity of conductor. So let me explain factor. Number one, temperature of metal. Temperature of metallic wire. Whenever temperature of metallic wire increases, the conductivity of electricity in metal decreases. The number of valence electrons. The number of valence electrons are very important for the metal. When number of valence electrons are increased or free number of electrons are increased, the conductivity also increased. The temperature and nature of metal. Nature of metal means whenever the metal, those are comes from lower part of the periodic table, these metals are good conductor of electricity because metallic character is increases. Metallic character is increases only by the number of free electrons and number of those electrons which are present in a valency band. So in first chapter we have discussed about the conductivity of metal on the behalf of the band, conduction band. Valence electrons I think jump into a conducting band. Okay, so it was the factors. Now electrolytic conductor. Second type of conductors are electrolytic conductors. Okay, so these are the electrolytic conductor. All chemical substance like solutions of acids, okay, bases, acids, base, and salt in water act as electrolytic conductors. Electrolytic conductors. Understand? So these electrolytic conductors having free ions. These have free ions. These are cations and anions. Understand? These cations and anions are responsible for the conduction in electrolytic conductor when we attach these electrolytic conductors with help of the electrodes. These electrodes may be cathode and anode. Understand? On the behalf of the conduction property, these electrolytic conductors are two types. Number one, strong electrolytes. Strong electrolytes. These are the HCl solution of HCl in water, HNO3. Okay, some important salt like KOH base also, NaCl, KCl. These are the strong electrolytes. Why these electrolytes are called strong electrolyte? Because these electrolytes are more dissociated. In H2. Okay, dissociation takes place too much of their electrolyte. That's why these are called strong electrolytes. Some more examples are like Na2SO4. Okay, so these strong electrolytes dissociate in water in large extent. That's why these are called strong electrolytes. Now another type of electrolytes are weak electrolytes. Weak electrolytes. Okay. Weak electrolytes are those electrolytes which do not dissociate in water in large extent or dissociate only in a smaller extent. So these like phosphoric acid, hydrogen cyanide, okay, carbonic acid. So these are the weak electrolyte. Another NH4OH, okay, calcium hydroxide, aluminium hydroxide. Understand? These are the weak electrolytes. Understand? Now we are talking about dissolution of electrolytes which give cations or anions in water. Simply we can take a ideology or take an idea by the help of the degree of ionization. Degree of ionization is represented by alpha. Degree of ionization is represented by alpha. Alpha or degree of ionization means ratio of the molecule of the electrolyte which spread into ions to the total number of molecules of the electrolyte. Means किसी भी इलेक्ट्रोलाइट के अंदर टोटल नंबर ऑफ आयंस है, मान लीजिए 1000. अगर 600 केवल 600 वाटर में डिसोसिएट होते हैं तो हम सिंपली ऐसे कह सकते हैं कि डिग्री ऑफ डिसोसिएशन को निकालने के लिए 600 अपॉन पूरा हो जाएगा कितना 1000 आयंस. मीन्स टोटल आयंस हमें मालूम है तो हम डिग्री ऑफ डिसोसिएशन पता कर सकते हैं. तो नेक्स्ट वन पॉइंट है डिग्री ऑफ डिसोसिएशन. डिग्री ऑफ डिसोसिएशन. Degree of ionization. Understand? Degree of ionization or degree of dissociation. So the ratio, it is the ratio. It is the ratio of the molecules of the electrolyte the electrolytes which split into ions to the total number of molecules, to the total number of molecules of the electrolytes. Understand? Degree of ionization equal number of molecules split into ions upon total number of molecules of electrolyte. Okay, for electrolyte, this is known as a degree of dissociation. Okay, so change of electrolyte into ion is ionization and separation of ions is a dissociation. So change of electrolyte into ions is ionization. Okay, and separation of ions is dissociation. Understand? So there are very important technical terms, ionization and dissociation. Now we have to discuss about factor influencing electrolytic conduction. So first of all, let me rub function influencing electrolytes. अभी पॉज कर दो तो मैं लिख दूँ, तुम्हें समझा दूँ. So factors influencing electrolytic conduction. If there are 6 factors, number 1, nature of electrolyte. We know that recently I told you that strong electrolytes give a more ion. That's why strong electrolytes are good conductor of electricity, and weak electrolytes are not a good conductor of electricity, or simply we can say that in maximum in a strong electrolyte, the maximum extent of electricity flow. Now nature of solvent. For nature of solvent, like dissolves like means पोलर हमेशा पोलर में डिजॉल्व होता है, नॉन पोलर हमेशा नॉन पोलर में डिजॉल्व होता है. अगर हमने नॉन पोलर के लिए नॉन पोलर सॉल्वेंट ले रखा है तो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी फ्लो होगी, लेकिन नॉन पोलर में इलेक्ट्रिसिटी फ्लो नहीं होगी, केवल पोलर के अंदर ही फ्लो होगी, मतलब जो भी इलेक्ट्रोलाइट्स होंगे. तो यहाँ पर विस्कोसिटी है, अगर विस्कोसिटी मोर है ना तो लेस इलेक्ट्रिसिटी फ्लो होगी. मीन्स विस्कस लिक्विड होगा तो उसके अंदर जो मूवमेंट ऑफ आयन होगा वो लेस होगा. सॉल्यूशन वी कैन से दैट, अगर मान लीजिए लिथियम का आयन है तो उसके आसपास बहुत सारी मल्टी लेयर बन जाएंगी किसकी, H2O की, तो उसकी साइज बड़ी हो जाएगी. तो अगर साइज बड़ी है, लार्ज है, ठीक है, तो लेस मूवमेंट होगा. ठीक है, अगर साइज लेस है मीन्स बड़ा कैटाइन था और उसका सॉल्यूशन कम हुआ है तो मूवमेंट उसका फास्टर होगा, फास्टर मूवमेंट. अंडरस्टैंड. लास्ट वन, on dilution electricity easily flow because what takes place, what happen after dilution. After dilution we know that the cations and anions move easily in a electrolytic solution. That's why this is very important to dilution. So in our homes also, whenever the water quantity of water is decreased in battery, we add some mineral water or rain water into the battery. Now we have to rough temperature. On increasing the temperature due to the increase of kinetic energy of ions, electric current or flow of electricity also increases. Understand? So it was the factors. Now we have to explain difference between electrolytes and electronic conductor. So let me tell you that without writing we have to discuss. Number one, in electronic conductor is due to the movement of electrons. Electronic conductors are called metallic conductor. Electricity can flow in metallic conductor due to the flow of electrons, while in electrolyte, electricity can flow by the flow of cations and anions. Understand? Another second point, no change is takes place in composition of matter. मतलब मेटल के अंदर इलेक्ट्रिसिटी फ्लो होने से कोई कंपोजिशन में चेंज नहीं आता है. इलेक्ट्रोलाइट में चेंज आ जाता है, मतलब कुछ आयंस डिपॉजिट हो जाते हैं, कुछ कमी हो जाती है, तो ये होता है. इट डज नॉट इन्वॉल्व एनी नेट ट्रांसफर ऑफ मैटर. इलेक्ट्रोलाइटिक कंडक्शन में इलेक्ट्रॉन्स डज नॉट कलेक्ट एनीवेयर और anywhere, while in electrolytic conduction charge of ion, cations or anions move from one place to another or oppositely on oppositely electrodes. ठीक है. In electrolytic conduction, whenever we increase the temperature, the electrical conductivity decrease, while in electrolytic conductor electricity flow of electricity increase due to the increase the temperature. Understand? Now we have to move on electronic concept of oxidation and reduction. ठीक है. So redox reactions. Okay. We have to move on redox reaction. The process process in which an atom or ion loss one or more electron loss one or more electrons is called oxidation. Oxidation is process in which electrons are released by matter. So, like Na gives cation 1 electron, Mg gives cation as well as 2 electron. Okay, zinc also become a cation and 2 electron. Okay, simply we can say that iron convert into Fe+3 ion by release of 1 electron. So this is the oxidation process of matter. It means in oxidation what is happening? Increase of oxidation number. Okay, so simply now reduction. In reduction what happened? Suppose Cl take 1 electron, convert into Cl minus ion. This Cl minus ion can collect on cathode. Fe+3 convert accept 1 electron, convert into Fe+2 ion. Cu+2 ion accept 2 electron, become a Cu ion. So these are the example of reduction. This whole process is take place in any cell. This is called a oxidation and reduction takes place simultaneously. So that is known as a redox reaction. This redox reaction is taking place in any electrochemical cell or galvanic cell. In next session, part 2, we will discuss about the electrochemical cells or galvanic cells. Thank you so much. Have a nice day, and like and share my video, as well as you can press bell icon to more updates of the video. Thank you so much.